Well, today's memory is for one of the most important Hollywood composers of the 20th century, Harold Arlen, who died on the 23rd of April 1986 at the age of 81. He came from New York and began his very long career in around about 1924. He wrote the music for well over 500 songs and is still very popular today. In fact, his music is everywhere, and there can be few people who haven't heard of at least one of his songs, especially because he wrote the score to the movie The Wizard of Oz, which came out in 1939 and starred Judy Garland singing one of his most famous songs of all, Over the Rainbow. His music has a very lively jazz bluesy type feel, which accounts for its popularity, and he is often performed on the cabaret circuit by contemporary jazz performers to this day. For instance, his 1933 song Stormy Weather is still very popular and often requested. His 1934 song Let's Fall in Love is a firm favourite of our local very vibrant jazz scene up here in Lancaster. His presence is felt everywhere. One of his most famous songs he wrote was The Man That Got Away, which came out in 1954 in the film A Star Is Born, again starring Judy Garland, this time with James Mason. He wrote music to the lyrics of some of the most important composers, or lyricists I should say, of the day. The Wizard of Oz he collaborated with Yip Harburg. A Star Is Born, Ira Gershwin, and he wrote lots of the music for the songs of Johnny Mercer. As a tribute and memory for Harold Arlen, I'm going to play his 1942 song Hit the Road to Dreamland, which came out in the MGM war effort film Star Spangled Rhythm. The song was performed by Dick Powell and Mary Martin with the backing singers known as the Golden Gate Quartet. And the scene is set in the dining buffet car of a train as it rattles along the railway, and the song Hit the Road to Dreamland certainly has that type of feel to it. Its popularity was guaranteed again in 1956 when Betty Hutton had a major hit with the song, and it endures to this day. So here we have one for Harold Arlen.